Yeah, it's really cool because just doing media things, stuff like that, we've been talking to a lot of other churches, helping them.
Yeah.
I've been talking to Rabbi Black down at Joe Black down at the largest synagogue, Emmanuel Temple, and we're going to help them get some of their technology going too. It's just like God's doing some amazing things and bringing people together and trying to make a difference in this world. So and then Runyon last week, he threw out some great ideas. I want to talk a little bit about that too.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So he threw out the tithe 50 idea, the idea that as people get these stimulus checks in, that they might not need them. They still have two paychecks coming in or one paycheck coming in, and it's a large paycheck. What do they do with a stimulus check instead of going out and buying a big screen TV? And so we started throwing out ideas and talking through stuff, and we've got something.
Yeah. And so we're ready to launch this. I told Dave, and we're gonna really lean into this, and so we are. And you just made a statement is like they're gonna get money and maybe not need it. There's none of us are going to say, I don't need money. I don't need money, right? So, but the truth is that we're going to get kind of not a windfall, but we're going to get free money we didn't work for from the government to get the economy going again, and that's $1,200 a person plus $500 for dependents, and so that money is going to come in our direction, and that's going to everybody as long as there's a certain income level and below. Now, the truth is, the reality is that some people are going to get these stimulus checks and they're still getting a regular paycheck. All right. Which is fantastic. All right. And then some people that aren't getting a paycheck, this is going to be a lifeline for some of them. What I want to talk to are those people who are going to get the stimulus check, but they're still receiving that paycheck. I think this is a chance well, Jesus said this, he said, your money and your heart are always going to reveal each other, right? Because you're going to put your money towards the things you believe, and you're going to love the things that you're pointing your money to. They're always found in the same place. And so what I would want to do is I'd like to challenge those of us who are going to get stimulus checks to take a portion of that, okay? We originally call it Tithe 50, like 50% of it, okay? I think 100% of it would be great, right? But the Bible says, you should decide in your own heart what to give. Okay. So there's no guilt or no pressure there. But it's free money. Okay. And so if you're going to get the stimulus check, my challenge is don't look at it and go, it's all mine for me. All right. If you're looking at this stimulus check and going, hey, this is unexpected. We're going to Costco and we're going to 75-inch instead of a little 50-inch,
tiny TV.
Okay, I don't say I feel guilty about that, but I kind of am a little bit. In today's world, when we're saying, hey, we're going to get extra money in while 16 million people just filed unemployment, all right? For us to just say it's all me and it's all for me, we have to look at that different, all right? And so here's my challenge, all right, is if you're going to get that stimulus check and you're still receiving a paycheck, you decide in your heart, right, a percentage of that, and I would throw out there 50%, all right, and say, okay, how can I help in this COVID-19 world? And the Bible's really clear about the priorities of who you take care of, right? The first priority would be this, and it's and we looked up 1 Timothy 5:8. It says, the person who doesn't take care of their of relatives, especially their immediate family, you're worse than an unbeliever. I taught on that a few weeks ago. So the first thing I would look at going, there are people directly connected to me who have been affected by COVID-19, and this stimulus check can help them. That would be your first wave. Okay. Then the second wave would be love your neighbor. Okay. And Dave talked about this last time on the podcast. Is I think this COVID-19 thing is helping me reframe what is the church, all right? The church is not buildings and people sitting in rows and watching a performance on stage, all right? It might play a part in that, but the church is actually dispersed throughout the world, and the church is all over, right? And the church is you and the platform that you have influence in, and that would be your neighbors, the people physically living across the street from you. So the first one would be, what do I need to take care of my mom or my kids or my direct relatives, okay? Because they lost their job. I still have a job. I'm not going to just hoard this for myself. I would look at your family members first. The second one is I would look around my neighborhood and you be the church. You don't need to get an organized church involved in loving your neighbor, right? Going to the grocery store, helping out with, diapers, helping out with, medicine, helping out with yard, whatever that is. Spend that money on your neighbor. All right. Don't spend it all on yourself. Then if you still look around and say, okay, but I'm getting $2,400. I can't just go buy gifts for my neighborhood. Okay. How can I make a difference? So on our website, flatironschurch.com, at the top banner, it says COVID-19 information. If you click on that, there'll be 2 tabs there. One is donate to Conad.
Yeah.
Conad.
Conad.
No. COVID-19. All right. Relief fund. And then you can deposit as much of your stimulus check into there that you want. Okay. Now, there'll be another tab there. It says apply for COVID relief. And that would be for anybody that's connected to the Flatirons community to go in there and say, because of COVID-19, I have a financial need that I would like to apply for. And there's a whole vetting system in there. It's not just free money we're going to hand out, but the first wave would be you take care of your family. Second of all, you take care of your neighborhood. And third, you contribute to Flatirons, and then we'll take care of the Flatirons community, of those people who have been affected by the COVID-19. So that's the first wave of this, okay? So the first challenge is I'm getting a check because I'm financially qualified for it, but I'm still getting a paycheck, so this is free money. But I want to go even further. Because there's a lot of us who are listening to this going, I'm not getting a check because I either max out, I make more money than what the stimulus check would apply. And so for Robin and I, we will qualify for $2,400 stimulus checks. It's $1,200 each, all right? I have a paycheck coming in and I'm fine, all right? So what Robin and I are going to do is we're going to, leaders go first, right? And I am not tooting my own horn here. The only it says don't let your left hand know what your right hand's doing when it comes to giving, but it also says let your light shine before men, they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. So I want to challenge those men and women out here who make more than what they qualify, so they're not getting a stimulus check. But if they were to get one, like Rob and I would get $2,400, right? To give that. So Robin and I will go first. We're gonna give $2,400 to this COVID relief fund. Put it in that fund for Flatirons to distribute to whoever applies through that fund for relief to get through this time together.
That's great. That's so great. Also with that, everybody who is going to share that portion of the podcast to somebody who doesn't come to Flatirons, doesn't know anything about church, doesn't know anything about us, is going to have this jaded view of it. Our books are wide open.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that people give, you can see down to the penny across the board of anything that we do. But this fund will also be like that. So if you're worried like, hey, they're going to take a portion of this and go buy more stuff. No, we're not.
No, we're not. And again, we do external audits all the time. We pay, I think, $10,000-$12,000 a year for an external audit to come in and we have total transparency for all that. But I'm going to be honest with you, Cole. A lot of people are going to look at it and go, yeah, they're just going to do this. All right. You don't need the church
100%.
to take your $1,200 stimulus check and make a difference in the world. You don't need us. Okay. We're here to help to do that if you don't know how to do it. But don't say, I don't trust churches, and that's why I'm going to keep the $1,200 for myself.
That's good.
That is just an excuse to be selfish. That's all it is. And you can say, well, I don't trust churches, so I'm going to what? Buy a big screen TV for myself? Doesn't cut it. That's BS, all right? So you don't need a church, all right? Find an organization. Just don't be a selfish person, all right? That's all I'm talking about is in a time when the world is in desperate need, now is not the time to say more stuff for me, right?
That's awesome.
Did that rhyme?
That
kind of rhymes.
Yeah, you're like Dr. Seuss.
No, I heard bad stuff about him.
Well, he put out good books.
I like these books.
Yeah, we read them all the time.
My point is we're all transparent, and I can give you my word, but people aren't going to believe it. That all that money will be restricted into a restricted fund for COVID relief. If COVID all of a sudden stopped, there's not going to be any shortage of need of COVID related. But again, the challenge is to pray in your heart, all right, decide in your heart. Don't keep it all for yourself, especially if you're still getting a paycheck. I'm not saying give it all away, all right? But maybe you should. But don't keep it all for yourself, all right? And then if you make more money and money's still coming in for you and you don't qualify, go back to what you would have gotten. Like for Rob and I, it's $2,400.
Yeah.
And so, because we're doing okay right now and we don't have dependents and we don't, have a lot of the stresses, and I have a paycheck coming in, we decided that we're going to give what would have been our whole stimulus check. We're just going to give it to this fund. And again, my challenge is to see other men and women out there follow suit, because this is the time for the church to say, we're literally going to put our money where our mouth is.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.